welcome to another fun episode of The Geek Man, the Handyman Geek. What am I doing today? I'm in the kitchen. I'm not cooking. Not cooking. Actually, I think I mentioned this before. I got a big one. I got a big one today. What am I doing? See the cabinets? All the cabinets? I'm repainting the cabinets. I'm hoping that it turns out nice. The tops are going to be nice white. The bottoms are going to be a nice green. And hopefully, Gemini already showed me a picture of what it's going to look like. It's going to look awesome. Again, I painted the kitchen. It's nice and white, bright. So hopefully the white cabinets and the green on the bottom, they're going to be awesome. So, have I done this before? No. That never stopped me from doing anything before. So, I'm going to start on this piece right here. It's a standalone. It's not connected with anything like the stove has this piece and the fridge has all that. So, standalone. Let's start with this guy. What are we going to do first? We're going to take off the hinges. Now, you could take this off, right? But then you're going to take this off anyways. So what I'm going to do is just unscrew these, top and bottom, both doors, take the door off, and let's go from there. So once you just undo the screws, the door will just pop right off. There we go. Woo! There's the door. Make sure you're not holding a camera or a phone or anything else when you do this, okay? It's a lot easier to hold. So let's take off the knobs and put the screws, the little itty bitty screws that you can't see on this counter, of course. Put them somewhere so you don't lose them, okay? Let's take off the door handle next. And again, that's all just one screw also. And then flick off all these door stoppers or... Well, the plugs could probably stay, but the little rubbers can't, so I'm going to take that off next. Make sure you just hold the doorknob when you're unscrewing the screw. There we go, that's better. So this way, and you can screw them back into the doorknob after, just for safekeeping. I am not putting these back on. I'll show you later what handles I got for it. This hole could stay. We'll be marking a second hole because it's going to be a handle. So that could stay as the bottom. And then we'll drill another one. But for now, I'm just going to pluck these off. Actually, just like that. They come off very easily. These pieces of rubber that have been on here since probably this house has been built. I don't know when. Probably 25, 26 years ago. I'll take that off with some alcohol. So clean off all the rubber and anything out of the ordinary. And screwing. I always leave the top one on last. Okay, so this way you don't do that first and then leave these and then the door's gonna swing open. So leave the top one for last. Get the fingers out of the way, dumbass. So okay, so that's the last one. I'm gonna hold the door while I undo it. Be a good idea just to get a couple little baggies. One for the screws, one for the knobs. Knobs I won't be using again, so God knows what I'm going to do with those. But anyways, the screws you definitely need, right, to put it back. And, yeah, don't judge me for my crap in there. But anyways, hinges will stay on. Although, now that I look at it, I do got to paint this. And this might be awkward. So I most likely have to take the whole hinge assembly off, just to make life easier. And it is a lot easier if it's off, to be honest, because you got to paint this, sand it. You don't have to go inside to paint, but definitely any brown will be painted. So, and leave it right next to where it's going back, so this way you'll remember. Okay? So once you got the hinges off the door, you got the doors off, knobs off, no like rubber or anything, you know, that you could feel that you should take off. What we're going to do, and yeah, I'm in the kitchen now, but I am going to do all of the rest, either in the basement or in the garage. I'm just showing you the process, and then I'm not going to show you every single one, but I'll keep you posted on, each one as it goes along for sure. Now, you need a little bit of soapy water. We're going to clean it. It might have grease, it might have dirt from your fingers, whatever, opening and closing all the time. It could have a lot of stuff. So let's get a sponge, soapy water, just to give it a light cleaning, and then wipe it right away. So basically I just got a, pad, lightly watered. Just dishwasher detergent is probably the best. And again, anything harder, you could use the bristle side to get it off. If you feel that there's nothing there and you just want to clean the grease, give it a good scrub down. We're not soaking it, we're just cleaning it. Okay, got my inspector looking at me, so I better do a good job. Do the edges, do the round, do everything you can see and touch and feel, and okay? So I'm gonna finish cleaning this 1 and 2, and then we'll go to the next step. Don't forget to give it a nice wipe down using a clean microfiber towel, just to get all the soap off. Just cleaning it nice, so clean it all both sides. Okay, make sure it's nice and dry before you do anything. Okay, so we set up shop in the garage. It's a nice day today. Why not? And got my paint. I'm gonna roll it. If I find that the roller isn't too great, then I'm gonna use a spray gun. I'm gonna try rolling it first. So I got my first piece here. It's clean. I'm gonna give it just a light sanding. Nothing, hard. We're just getting the rough edges off. Just giving it something so the paint can bind to it. Okay? You basically just want to get that old varnish crap off. So I'm going to just give this a sanding. See, there you go. Just a light sanding, just so you know that you scruffed it. So we're going to do this one, and then we'll try to roll it. Both sides are sanded. Just get a nice clean rag, and we're going to remove all that dust from everywhere. Both sides have a nice clean surface, like cardboard box. And once I start painting, I'm gonna put on some gloves. So let's get that paint ready. Okay, we got our paint ready. Like I said, this top cabinets are gonna be white. I'm gonna do the back first. And we're just going to give it light. We're gonna do 2 coats, so don't worry. Just do your best. And again, we're just seeing if the spray gun is better or the roller is better. You guys tell me what you guys prefer. I'm just gonna try to roll it first, see how it comes out. And we're gonna get every nook and cranny, not so much the hole. Don't worry about the hole. Okay, so let's finish the back of this guy, and then we'll worry about the sides and the front. And there we have first coat. Came out nice. There's no blotches, no drips. So now I am going to grab it with my fingers in the hole and try to paint the other side. Let's try. Well, there you have the first door. It's hanging. If you got a wire, a clothes hanger or something, hang it from a hole, a garage door opener or something, and let it sit. This way you can do the bottom. You can see I did the bottom. And okay, let's let it dry while we do the next one. We'll probably sand it outside. Let's do that one. Okay, we're back inside. Well, that is drying. Get a piece of cardboard, put it on your sink, cabinet. We're going to tape around the edges. Although it's white, and white doesn't really matter, but still, you don't want to paint the tiles, so tape all the way around it. Give it a light sanding also, and put the first coat on this while the doors are drying outside. Then we'll go put second coat outside and we'll come back inside. So inside, outside, inside, outside. A cabinet is taped all the way around and the top because I don't want to touch up the wall because I just painted the wall. So now let's give it a little sanding just like we do the cabinet doors. So let's do that. So I gave it a light sanding. Start in the corners, get the crack in. You know, you don't have to put a ton of paint. You're just trying to cover the crack because the roller is going to go next to it, right? So there you go. You don't even have to do like these edges because the roller just goes over it. And you just need to do the inside line here, right in there. Because the roller could get the outside, no problem. So just do your best, go slow. First time for me, so I'm gonna just take it easy. Put a light coat at first and then figure out the rest. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing edges and then I'm gonna roll. You don't need to see a long-winded video of me painting. Just giving you the gist like all my videos. Let's continue. So first coat is done. All the way around, top, bottom. There you have it. Wait for the second coat. So now we go back outside and see if the doors are dry for their second coat. Back outside. This is dry. So let's take it off the wire, back on the table, start a second coat, see how it looks. If it's not great, then I'll get the spray gun out and we'll try another door with the spray gun. There you have the second coat. I did the second coat and I don't know if it's the lighting but it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It looks really, really nice. There's no more blemishes, there's no marks, no spill marks. The roller does a good job. I might still try the spray gun just to see, but I am happy with the roller. I think 2 coats is good, considering, yeah, 2 coats is good, considering nothing. I'm not a professional, what do I know? And what is a professional? Professional is someone who charges for their services. I guess I'm a professional who doesn't charge. How's that? No, I'm not. But anyways, 2 coats. So I'm gonna get that one on the table and flip this one over and hang it and carry on. Okay, back inside now. And so 2 coats on the doors are drying. Now this has 1 coat all the way around. Let's do a second coat. Don't forget, start with the cracks, okay? And then roll. Let's do that. So there we have second coat. All good, nice. Looks really nice actually. It's hard to see on any type of camera or whatever, but does look good. Of course, I'm gonna put on my glasses and look for spots and touch up, but let's go see in the garage if it's dry. So here we have the finished product. It is dry. It's been hours. I let it dry. And now this is the new handle. Okay. I'm going to use the existing hole there and drill another hole there. And that's how it's going to look. Perfect. So I measured from hole to hole is 3 inches exactly, center to center. So you get a handle, green tape, and just punch a hole through the tape. It's the inside hole, not the outside holes. Just ignore the outside holes. So, and then now we could line up very carefully the holes. There's the inside hole. You make a mark there, drill a little hole through, and this should fit into that. Let's go get the drill bit. When you're drilling, make sure you're not drilling into the sink. Okay? There you go. Let's see if the screw fits. Screw fits. Now, what you want to do, take a bigger head bit, and we're going to just countersink it just a little bit so the head goes flush inside like that one. That's the old hole. So we're going to do the same with the new hole. Okay, let me show you. So just a bit. See how the head goes in now? So it's going to be flush inside. That's the old hole. This is the new hole when we put this in. Okay, so let's screw it in. There you have it. Okay, so it's on firmly, screwed in. Looks nice. Straight enough, let's just say. Hopefully no one notices. But anyways, that's door number one. Let's go get the second door, put this on, and then we'll throw them both up. So before putting the door back, don't forget we got to put the hinges back. So, oops. So screw that back in. I did that one. It's ready to go. And then we'll pop those screws into the door. Well, folks, after just screwing the handles, popping it back onto those tracks, there you go. Finished product. So the birds are singing. Everything's good. So that is going to be all that. Well, the top anyways. The bottom we got a special color. So this is going to be a two-tone kitchen. But it looks very nice. Very good. Front, I probably did 3 coats and the sides. Insides, you don't have to worry too much. 2 coats is more than enough. It looks beautiful in comparison to wood. I already took the next 2 doors down. They got their first coat. While you're waiting for that one, start the next one. Don't wait. Keep it going, or this project's going to take weeks. It might take weeks after. I'll tell you at the end how long it actually did take me to do the whole kitchen. Tops, lots of bottoms, the other side of this counter. So yeah, there you go. There's the first one. I'll keep you, of course, I'm not going to show you every little step, but unscrew the hinges, tape, everything's taped, ready to go. Wash, sand, 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats for the front, 2 coats for the back. Let it all dry first. Don't be in a hurry, okay? Because it comes out so nice when it's done. Look at that. So we're gonna keep going. The black handles compared to the old knobs, huge difference. So let's keep going. And I'm just gonna show you progress. Okay, we got the next 2 doors painted. They look very nice. So that's gonna go in that corner. I took off those 2 doors. They're there. So, but before I put those doors down, I got to paint all the trims underneath, on top, get all that working, everywhere. So I gave it a light sanding. I'm just gonna dust it off now. Don't forget to wash, sand, paint, okay? That's what you gotta do. Clean it first, soapy water, very light. Now, I'm not trying to soak it, but then give it a little sanding just to give it some grout and get that shiny shit off, and then start painting. So again, I sanded, so I'm going to do a section at a time. For one, you don't get confused with doors and what goes where. I know that door's the big door in the corner, and that door is going to go next to it, and then these 2 doors. So do a section at a time so you don't get confused. I know people like to take off all the doors at once and do everything at once, and that's fine. Teach their own. I did 1 section at a time. I did that section. Now I'm going to do this corner, and then we'll do over the stove and the coffee bar. Hey, Lilo. Mrs. Lilo. No, Stitch. Stitch, not Lilo. That's Stitch. I don't know if that's Stitchette or not, but anyways, regardless, I get distracted very easily. And then we'll paint the coffee bar section, and then we'll go to that section. And then we got to do all the bottoms. Holy crap. Again, I'll let you know how long this is going to take me at the end of the video. Geek Man has to work day job still. But anyways, we keep plugging away. No rush. Okay. Next section. Like I said, I sanded. So let's wipe it off and paint. So I'm moving along here. Got sanded. I'm doing this section. Forget that section for now. But I'm doing this whole section. Doors are off. They'll be clean, sanded, and painted later. But don't worry about the first coat. You're not looking for a thick coating. You're just looking for the paint to stick to the cabinet. And I'm doing underneath, the lines, and on top. So everything you see. And there you go. You can see my spices and my dishes. My wife's going to kill me, but that's okay. So yeah, let's do this whole section for now. And then we're going to do the doors. We're going to take off the hinges, screw in the second hole before it's painted. That was my mistake the first time. Do it now so this way you could sand and touch up where the extra holes are for the handles. Like that. Because it's a double, 2 screws. These are all single screws. Oh, drawers we'll worry about later. That's another story. Because the hole is in the middle, I gotta do 2 holes on the side, so I gotta fill that in with wood fill. So that's another deal. But anyways, don't worry about the thickness of the paint on the first coat. Just cover it the best you can. Okay? So let's keep going up to the coffee bar. It's always fun getting the underneath stuff, you know. It's not always fun and games. There's a lot of prep work to do this. Like I said, the sanding, the cleaning on top was really bad. So, you know, you just take your time. And, yeah, eventually it come out nice. Yeah, in every video I sweat. But you can see the gist of how it's coming out. It's getting there. Bottom's another story, but top's getting there. Looking good. Keep plugging away, man. Slowly. Just slowly, your pace. If you want, I didn't take the dishes out or anything, as you could see. If you want to take the dishes out, take the dishes out. Your house. Do whatever you want. My wife's not home, so I'm not taking the dishes out. So, anyway, I love my wife. She's wonderful. 2 coats done. I'm going to let it dry for another hour and a bit. See how it comes out. If I need 3 coats, I will do 3 coats. The doors all got 3 coats. This one got 3 coats on the side too. So 3 coats. Yeah, let's do 3 coats. So what to do while it dries? I don't know. Watch paint dry. Fun. Just want to show you quickly the process of when you got the door off, right? Here's the door. Here's one little door. Still has a knob. So first, take off any little rubber pieces or anything like that the best you can. You might have to use some sandpaper later or something just to get the glue off. That's fine, no problem. Just take that off. Nothing on that side, a little bit thing, a little bit of sticky there. Next, take the screw, the knob off, okay? And I know what you're all thinking. You are a knob. But anyways, let me just, I can do this, but anyways. Just grab it. Perfect. Oh, sorry. Anyways, got it off. So put that aside. And next, before you want to do anything, it's easier to drill the new hole for the handle, since it's a double handle, right? This is the inside, I'm just showing you. So the 2 holes will be one there, one there. I know the hole to hole is exactly 3 inches. So get a trusty little marker. I know I showed you with the tape, but tape moved. So first, it's exactly 2.5 plus 3. You're going to 5.5, which is around there. Put a little mark. Where's the mark? I can't even see the mark. Holy crap. Oh, there it is. See it? And then we're going to measure the inside part, which is exactly 1 inch. So go find your little hole again, not the hole, the mark. And wow, kind of nailed it. It's dead on 1 inch. So you're good to go. So next, we drill a pilot. Well, we drill the screw hole first, then we're going to countersink for the head. Okay, so let's do that for it. Yeah, and I'm showing you in the kitchen because I do this outside, but I just wanted to show you quickly. So I'm doing it over the kitchen sink. Line up the hole, not the hole, frickin', I am a hole. The red mark, the magic marker, go straight down. Move it around. Okay, there you go. Pretty good. So then next, we just want to countersink the screw head a little, so get a bigger bit, and just move it around. So there you go. See, this is what I learned. The first one I did it after I painted. Now at least I could sand this little piece off, and I don't have to worry about mucking anything, right? And then once you get the screw head, once you start screwing that in, that will go in. Guaranteed. That's going to go flush right in. So there you go. Next, we clean the cabinet. This, we got a sponge, a little bit of soap. We're not soaking it, right? Let's do this. And again, I usually do this all outside, but you just want to get rid of that grease. If it's really greasy, flip it over, scrub it off. The inside won't be too greasy, right? If you're going to have any grease, it's going to be around the handle. Unless it's above the stove, then probably underneath is going to be greasy. This one I could tell it's not too bad. The ones over the stove, when I was cleaning them, you could tell they're a bit more greasy. So give it a good scrub down. Then give it a good wipe down. You want to get all that soap. You don't need any moisture. Plus, you're going to let it dry a little. You're not just going to go right outside and start painting. You still got to let it dry. Then we're going to sand. Then we're going to do 3 coats of paint. But today I am going to attempt to use the spray gun because it might be a little bit easier. I rolled, update, that one's done. This corner is done. All the tops, the bottom, the trim work up to that section, all white, 3 coats. Looks beautiful. Hardware's back on. So much different than that. So, and the bottom will be a different color, it'll be nice green. I'm not going to say, watch to the end of the video for a big surprise. No, I'm not like that. It's going to be green, nice shade of green. You'll see. So, we're doing these doors right now. Okay, do a section at a time. Like I said, do a section at a time. Okay, no rush. So, dry this, and then we'll go to the garage. So, this is the latest. We're coming, that door there is actually done, but because I got to paint the inside wall there, I'm just waiting till that's painted first, and that's going to be the green. I'm not saying, hey, wait till the end of the video for a big surprise. No, it's going to be green. The bottom's green. So there's a progress. That big one, that's going to be an interesting one. Huge with a wall and the fridge. I got to move everything. Oh boy. But one piece at a time. Think of it as a big puzzle. You start on the corner and you work your way around. But you can see the difference, how it's coming. Just with the white uppers, that wood has got to go. But anyways, it's coming around good. The Behr paint is great. Again, wash, sand. Make sure you get the sanding good. And then paint. So let's move. I think I'm going to do that wall next. And that's going to be green. So I'm going to wash that wall, give it a sanding, and then see what I could do with it. Let's do that. So here's the thing with the wall. In order for me to do the wall and the front lip, and go all the way down. Drawer came out, and from here, it's going to be white. I guess from here, I'll touch that up anyways. Same on this side. And from there down is going to be green. Now, here's the thing with the drawer. The drawer got 3 screws on each side. So we're going to take this out. Try to figure out, I think this just comes out. But anyways, there's a screws on the back. So this way we could take the face off and just paint it. Those drawers, unfortunately, don't have screws. They're actually glued to the drawer itself. So that's going to be fun. But for this one, I think I'll take it apart, see if it comes out. Take apart the door. This actually unscrews, a little rubber, 2 screws, unscrews, get the door. Here's the door. Now, because we are putting these handles, after I painted, of course, in the middle of the current hole, which was a knob. So carefully measure. You see the dots? The 3 inches, which is the space, 3 inches. And then you're going to measure from here to there. First the hole. Where's the hole? Line it up. Line it up. The same thing on this side. 3 inches, estimate. Then line up this hole to the side. Measure, dot, measure to the dot. And you line it up. So now we could drill holes there and there, like we did the other doors, right? Like we did those. And then we're going to wood fill this. We're going to fill that in because we have to. And then we could sand everything and paint and clean, and not that order. Clean, paint, clean, sand, paint. Okay? Holes, fill, and then do your thing. Well, we're in the garage. We got a couple of panels just hanging and drying. My makeshift paint shop in the garage. So got a couple of doors that are going to be green on the bottom, and this one is the drawer that I sealed the hole in the middle, and yeah, there we go. That's only one coat, believe it or not. Looks good. We're not done. So I'm going to give this about 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, and then coat 2. Okay. Where are we at? I'll show you in a second. Here's a door, painted, clean, nice, for now. Crumb. Anyways, let's put the handle on. So this is the back view. So we're going to pop these screws in. Second hole, of course, I made. And from the front view, okay, just get one going. Actually, I'll do it manually just to show you. But basically, just put in one first. Give it a little bit of a screw in, so this way it holds. And then you work the other one in. Line it up. And just screw it in. Let's keep going. Eventually it'll go through, and there it goes. Pop its head out. And if I measured properly, which I did, both become snug. And then you go back to the first one. Keep screwing it in until it's nice and tight. Screw in the second one. And go back to the fourth till they're both snug. Okay? There you go. That's just a crumb. There you go. How's that look? Looks nice, doesn't it? The black with the white. And let's pop it up there. That's where it belongs. Let's do that. So you can see brackets back in place. This is easy enough because there were actually holders there. So you can't really make a mistake. Screw it back in, close the door, top and bottom, and then we're going to pop it into the slots first. Line it up slowly. You don't want to damage the door. There's the top one. And I can't find the bottom one yet. It's around here somewhere. Sometimes they're a little finicky going back. There we go. So they're both popped in. Little screws. Do recommend cordless drill or cordless screwdriver just to get them in there faster. There you go. Door's in. Now, let's put in some little rubber stoppers so it doesn't bang the wood. So they just basically put them in the corners, push, they stick, and there you go. Nice and quiet. There you go. Let's do the next one. Yeah, the second door's in. They open, they close, nice, quiet. If you made a little ding, get the paintbrush out, fix it, who cares? You're not gonna be perfect. What is perfect? Nothing. Perfect's in your eyes. If it looks nice, you're happy. Gotta do that door. That's gonna be green. And then we have completed this whole top section and part of the bottom. So we could either start all the bottoms, but I think I will tackle the big pantry and the overhead. That's going to be all green like that, and that'll be white like that, just to get the theme together. But it'll look nice at the end. So there we go. This section's all done. Looks good. That door's next. Sand, clean, sand, paint 3 times, put the knob in, well, drill the holes first. Then do all that, put in the new handles, and they look good. Looking good. It's coming together, folks. Stay tuned. We keep going. So where do we stand? The top's done. The section's done. The green, the white. Looks beautiful. The bottom, not done yet. That section's not done yet. Bottom, again, not done. So we did a major part of this, which is great. Looks beautiful. So today, we're going to take out the doors here. These 4 doors will all be green. These 2 big ones and the 2 medium-sized ones. This little section will be white, with the side being green also. That means we move the fridge, move the crap on top, take apart the doors, sand them. Yeah, don't worry about that. I knew I was going to paint these. That's why I didn't care when I was painting the walls. But I'll have to tape the walls and the floor because underneath it's going to be green too. So lots of taping. And while the doors are drying and the first coat over there, I want to start this whole wall on the other side. All has to be green. So taping on the floor, taping on the wall, sanding, cleaning. Well, cleaning first, then sanding, and then painting. So let's start by taking these doors off and washing them. So let's get this section going. I don't have to move the fridge just yet, but soon enough. So doors off. Remember the sensor light? That's another video. Goes on, still goes on. Beautiful light, by the way. Works very well. So anyways, there's 3 hinges on this big door instead of, there's the other one, instead of the 2. So we're going to undo the little screws, pop off the door. Then we're going to pop off the hinge. And yeah, to the garage they go. Get sanded, cleaned, and first coat. And then we'll start working on the other side of the main section and take these off as well. No sensor light in this yet. This one has 2. So we'll get that going as well. So door first. One thing just to show you, when you take off the, I don't know, hinges for the doors, when you put them back, they got the plastic like set piece already there and it's stuck on the wall. So it's very easy to just put this back on. See, it doesn't move. It's in the right position. It won't go up or down. So just screw it back in and you can't make a mistake of positioning all the hinges. Okay, so in that aspect, this is great that it was here. I don't have to take that off. I just took them off because I need to sand and clean the outside and paint. And if this stays on, obviously it's in the way. So taking it off, got a holder already in place. You don't have to worry. One other thing I want to show you. These big doors are off, but we have to realign the knob because the black handles, let me show you, will now go like that. So I got to take off the knob, fill in the hole, measure each side. Since this is 3 inches, measure 1.5 inches from that hole up, measure 1.5 inches down, center it from the ends, drill new holes, patch that one up. I know I don't show every detail of what I do, but if you have a, a sander, just for all the flat surfaces, it'd be a lot easier. Yeah, sandpaper's gonna rip. Get used to it, buy a lot. Basically, you're trying to get the shiny, maybe there's a coat of varnish, maybe there's just a finish, maybe there's paint. Just, you're trying to get that to the rough wood again. Okay, so again, if I were to show you every detail of what I do, it's gonna take like 3 days to watch my videos, and you know me, I don't like that. So I'm gonna keep sanding, and then we'll get to the painting. The hanging zone. Stick a wire through a hole and let them dry in between coats. Next piece of the puzzle is done. The big pantry, obviously not the side is gonna be green, that's gonna be white, it's coming. But it's coming, slowly but surely. It's a big piece of puzzle, think about it that way. It's just a puzzle, one piece at a time. So we did the 2 big doors and the 2 other doors, and so now it's time to move the fridge and do the whole wall, which is basically the whole wall. But I'm gonna take out the doors first. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's take out the doors, let's give it a good cleaning on the wall and then a light sanding, and then we'll start rolling. All right, but doors have to come out first. Well, fridge has to come out first. So this is behind the fridge. The wall got painted. I taped, of course. I took out the tape right away. I don't like leaving tape. So, yeah. So now we're going to paint that white. The doors are off, so wash, sand, 3 coats of paint, paint the borders. I'm going to let this dry for a day before I tape off that side anyways, because that side was freshly painted. So I got to tape it. So, and okay, this section next, then we'll go to the big section. So we're still in here, we're getting there. White, the green, pantry's now done, above the fridge is done, coffee bar is done, looking good. But unfortunately, the bottom is not done. Bum, bum, bum. So what are we doing? Well, that one's the only bottom that's done, technically, not including this. So I figure, let's do the wall. So we're going to do the whole wall. And if you got one of these, use it. It's going to help you a lot. So basically that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to slowly make my way across. I won't leave it on for a while. But anyways, you get the idea. You're trying to get that shine off the, I don't know, shellac varnish, whatever the crap it is off. So let's take that off, and we're going to do that, this, and this to start. And then we'll start plucking off doors. 3 doors there, another one there, a whole bunch there. And then the drawers will be last. They're going to be fun because the hole has to be repositioned. 2 holes. So we'll get there. But anyways, sanding, and then we'll show you the painting. Sanding's boring. I'm not going to do a long video on sanding. Okay, so the big piece is next. And that should look nice. So let's do that. So what you're going to do is, well, first of all, you're going to have to tape the perimeter, right? You got to tape the floor and the wall and stuff like that. And secondly, you want to start just getting a brush, and you're going to want to paint, you know, this piece right here first before you start rolling anything. So do those pieces first, or around the outlet or stuff like that, and leave the flat surface still with the brush. So let's start with that, and then we'll start brushing. 1 coat. This is what it looks like after 1 coat. As long as you get a good base on it, you'll be fine. I got the Wuzu fan from Costco going. I'm going to wait like half an hour in between coats. And we're going to put on coat number 2. And coat number 3. Break time. See you in half an hour. Okay, folks. The Great Wall is done. 3 coats. Sorry if I didn't show every brush stroke. I don't want to bore you. My videos are already boring enough. But the Great Wall is done. I've been to the Great Wall. It's actually really cool. You got to go to China. But anyways, the Great Wall is done. The interior remains. I think the interior is going to be harder than everything else, but we'll give it a shot. Starting with this door, dismantle, wash, sand, paint, wash, sand, paint, wash, sand, paint, wash, sand, paint. You get the idea. But the wall is done. Yay, looks nice. Looks amazing. Good view from here. Can't even see the other side. Well, you could if, how about that? There you go. Anyways, it's looking good. Soon, 2.5 weeks in. Just if anybody wants a timeline of how long this has taken me. Okay, status time. So this is where we are after taking off the door, screwing the new hole, cleaning, sanding, 3 coats of paint, putting the hinge back on, putting the door back on, putting the handle on, handle before the door goes back on. So tops are done. Ooh, Blair Witch. Got a little dizzy there. And I'll show you the bottom. From here, the coffee bar is done. Pantry's done. Outside is done. All the way around. Excuse the mess. This is going to be here until I'm totally done. 3 doors are done. Now we start the other side of the dishwasher, and the drawers will be last. Always fun. So doors will come off. Measure the new hole. I'll probably do, because I have the wires in the garage, so I could do 2 doors easily at a time, maybe 3, but I'll do 2, 2, 2. This is the weekend, so maybe I could rattle off. I got a long weekend, so 2, 2, 2. I could hopefully be done up to the drawers by this weekend. So, like always, 2 screws on the bottom, take off the door. Then we take off the hinge because, of course, you got to paint edges and what have you, right? And then we got to drill the holes. So let me just show you again this one. Taking off the screws for the... And when putting back the hinge, you can make it a little looser, like I mentioned, just so you could pop the door back on, because if the hinges are tight in the wall. Now this one goes behind in the door, so I might not have to take this one off at all. But there you go. And of course you need 2 hands, so 1 second, and it just pops off. So there you go. Oh, old man knees. So let's take the screw off hole. Yeah, see, this is the problem here, because if we don't take it off, it's gonna be really hard to paint all the inside. So I will probably have to take some of that crap out and take the hinges off. So we'll do that after. No rush there. Keep your little screws safe. Where's that freezer bag? And of course, the doorknob comes up because new doorknobs, right? 2 hands. Anyways, that's that. And of course, I think I showed you how to do this, but let me show you again if I could find my trusty little tape measure. Jeez, I'm klutzy today. When am I not klutzy? Anyways, as you can see, it is 2.5 to the center. The new handles somewhere, where are they? Here they are. The new handles, they're 3 inches apart, exactly. So, once again, 2.5 to 5.5. Make a little dot. Okay, I know I showed you how to use tape too, but once the tape gets worn out, then it becomes crappy and not as accurate. So I went to the tape measure, because this way you could always do it. Tape measure, if you look closely, it's just like a 1/16 over the inch. Go to the red dot. Double check. Is it a 1/16? It could be right there. Okay, so now let's drill the hole. Put your drill onto the red dot. Give it a couple of swirl motions. This would make the hole bigger than the screw. How's that? And of course, suck up all the dirt. But there you go. Now we get a bigger bit, just so the head of the screw is countersink a little. You don't need to go very deep, just so you hide the screw, right? Just like the previous hole, screws will be hidden. So now we can take this to the next stage. Time to wipe it down. This one's seen its better days, eh? I guess it might be hitting something. Gotta adjust that door. Don't forget to check if there's any, there you go, old rubber stoppers that are totally glued on, baked on. So keep an eye on that. So let's wash it. If you find after flipping the door that the hole's not 100%, just go in the opposite way. Give it a little turn. And if there's any little piece of wood, don't worry about it. That handle's going to cover that, no problem. So we're going to, again, clean the door, get rid of any little marks, and then we're going to sand that down anyways. It's all good. If you have a hand sander, always easier just to get everything done. And again, you're not looking to get down to wood. You're looking to just get rid of that top, whatever you want to call it, shellac, varnish, whatever. Just trying to get rid of the shiny so you get a little bit of roughness so the paint adheres to it. All right, do both sides and then we'll start painting. So where are we? Let me give you a timeline. I think it's been 4 weeks working on this. Where do we stand? Let me show you where we stand. Top cabinets are done. Okay, all the way around. Pantry's done. Coffee bar is done. Side wall is done. Bottom wall is done. As I say, the Great Wall. Go to China, you'll love it. The Great Wall is done. Inside is done. Bum bum bum. Until we hit the last corner. The 2 doors are painted. Let's put those back on. Although we're going to leave it open to finish all the trim work. But the top and the bottom trim is done for the door, so we could just leave it open. Yeah, and then the drawers. Problem is, there's a piece of wood. Well, the cover is on the drawer itself, which makes it thicker, so the new handle screws won't go all the way through. So that's probably going to be a Home Depot run just to get longer screws for the new black handles, right? So that's no problem. But in the meantime, we could take them out, take all the crap out. Holy shit, there's a lot of crap. Sand them, wash them, sand them, and fill in the center hole. Make new holes. Remember what I said, 1.5 inches to the right, 1.5 inches to the left, dead center. And that'll be the new handle hole. Holes. There's 2 holes. Let's get these 2 doors back on with the 2 screws, the hinges a bit loose, so this way you could pop in the door, move it around, and then screw it in. If there's too much shit in your cabinets, take it out. I think I should be okay. So let's put these 2 guys back. One thing I forgot to mention, before I put all the doors down, I got these little rubber pads. So basically, we're going to put them where the door handle part is. That's where you're going to put them, 1 on each corner. And basically this way the wood on wood doesn't go slamming down, scratching the wood again. So a protective little bubble. I think they're like $10 at Home Depot or something. I could have got them from AliExpress for a lot cheaper, but then I thought, what for? But anyways, there we go. Rubbers are on. Put the rubber pads on those doors, and then we'll put the doors back. Okay, last 2 doors are in. We officially finished every single door, top and bottom. By the way, I did have to go buy another gallon of paint, the green, because I ran out. I'll tell you how much I spent at the end. Trust me, compared to what I was quoted, it was nothing. So, let's take out the drawers. Dump them. Oh, good God. This is everybody's favorite junk drawer, right? You got every single utensil you could think of. Okay, let's take out the drawers. We'll leave this guy open so we can finish the middle trim work at the same time. So let's wash them, sand them, drill them, fill them, and then and paint them. Well, sand them, then paint them. So let's take these out and dump the shit. Drawer 1 is off. Emptied the crap. Drilled 2 holes, 1.5 inches from the center hole. Lined it up from the edges. Filled in the middle knob hole, because the old hole. You could do the inside too if you want. No, it doesn't matter. No one's going to see the inside anyways. And then, yeah, you could use a little drywall compound because the hole's so small. You don't need wood fill. I looked it up. I did research it. If anybody wants to argue with me, go ahead. You're free world. Argue with me. I'm going to use drywall compound I did for, I forgot what other door. But anyways, it worked fine. It'll dry, sand it, and then away we go. So, let's do this with the other 3. Have them sanded. Again, do your best sanding. Again, I use the electric sander, so it's easier. Both sides, top, bottom, right? That's where they'll sit. So let's start painting them. All right, cool. If anybody's curious, I don't use a spray gun. That's one coat over there. I just use a clean, good roller, small one. And yeah, it works out very well. Came out very clean, as you can see. It does a good job. It will come out smooth in the end. Don't worry about that. But it's up to you. It's your choice. Your cabinets. You guys figure out if you want to use a spray gun. I tried to use a spray gun. I probably have a shitty spray gun, but anyways, that's it. Don't forget the edges and the trims and all the other fun stuff. Now we wait. We'll wait. It'll be an hour. Let this dry nicely. Let those dry nicely. And then we'll do coat number 2. Well, I'm officially finished to a point. And I say to a point because technically I finished painting. The drawers went back in with the new handles. Holes are fine. Everything's fine. I'll give you a quick run around again. But just, I got a mess still. I got to clean. So, let me give you a tour first, and then we'll do final closing messages. Well, here's the finished product. Top is white. Bottom is green. Pantry's done. As I call, hello kitty. The Great Wall is done. Hey Google, turn on table lights. You remember that? Remember the pot lights I put on Google? Well, the whole house is on Google, but anyways. Kitchen's done. And it looks pretty amazing compared to what it was before. Again, I'll show you the before picture. This is now very modern, very cool looking. Love it. When my wife gets home, I'm sure she's gonna love it. Been sending her updates. She's the best. She would be here helping. Fortunately, she's out of the country. Good time to do stuff, guys. Get your wife out of the country and you can do anything you want. So let's talk how much this kitchen cost me to do. Okay, I was quoted a couple of years ago, $5,000, just a rough from a picture. Guy said, I'll do it for $5,000. Now, this is how much I spent. I did need 2 gallons of the green because the green was bigger, including the Great Wall compared to the white. 1 gallon of white, and I'm just talking the cabinets here. I'm not talking about painting the kitchen. That was nothing. 3 gallons at $55 each, so that's $165. The only other thing I bought was maybe a little sandpaper at the dollar store, believe it or not, a couple of dollars. The handles, if we have to talk about the handles, I got them from Costco originally, $19.99 for a 10-pack, and I bought 4, so that's $80. Then they dropped to $15. I got my money back. Then they went on clearance for $9.97. I got my money back again. So really, 40 handles of these were $40. I used 35. I have 5 extra. So $1 a handle, which is unbelievable. They're like $8 at Home Depot each. So scored there. So 165 plus 35, we're up to $200. Okay. You could add in here and there. I don't know. I needed a couple of longer screws just for the drawers at 28 cents each. Um, and 200 is including tax, by the way. Well, not the handle. So let's say 225, 230, $230. The rollers were like 20 bucks a pack at Costco. So now we're, let's say 250. Let's go 250. $250. It took exactly 1 month. I started on a Sunday. Today is a Saturday. 1 month, 4 weeks, people. I work during the day. So at night, as soon as I'm done work, take off the door, wash it, sand it, paint it, wait, paint it, wait, paint it. So sometimes it was like 8, 9 o'clock by the time I stopped working on the kitchen. Then there was weekends, of course. So 1 month. Okay. Can you do it? Yes, of course. Anybody could do it. Have I ever done this before? No. Looks amazing. I've never done it before. If you've never done it before, give it a shot. Some people are going to say, I don't have time. I don't have a month for this shit. No, you probably don't. Again, I did it in my free time. If you got commitments, stuff like that. Me, I just couldn't justify spending $5,000. Just so for someone to bring in like a whole bunch of guys, take my doors. I don't know how long they were taken for. At least I manage my own chaos. How's that? Okay, so that was fine. 250 compared to 5, maybe 6, 7, maybe more. I got extra paint. If I nick the door now, I'm just gonna touch it up. Who cares, right? Is this perfect? I don't know. To me, it is. Are you gonna come in here and with a magnifying glass and say, "Oh, you missed a little speck"? I don't care. Go ahead. Doesn't bother me. I'm happy with it, and you guys should be happy with your own work. Okay, so I will say goodbye now. This has been a big one. I think the deck was a big one when I did it last year. It took about a month also, and that was hot. At least I got to work inside and you could turn on the air conditioning. Well, not in the garage, mind you, but thank you to the 52, 53 people that are following me. I appreciate you. Thank you to the one person who commented on the, I think it was the door lock, and said thank you for doing it, and made my day. Again, not looking for subscribers. If one person says I can now paint my own kitchen cabinets, then do it. Do it. I'm sure it'll come out like this, and you know what? Yeah, I picked green, white. My wife said, yeah, green, white. Pick whatever color you want. Pick black, purple. Do Barbie theme. Go pink. Why not? I would love that. Do what makes you happy in life, okay? Don't worry about everybody else and all the crap and the bullshit that goes with it. Make yourself happy. And now I can enjoy this kitchen. Back to making food videos. Maybe I'll do one soon. Maybe tomorrow, since we're on the weekend, I can do it. Well, I gotta clean the whole kitchen. As you can see, I got vacuums and drills and stuff to put away and wipe everything down and take off all the appliances and do everything, but I'll do that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know I don't show every single step of every single piece of sandpaper and every piece of stroke of paint and what have you, and how to, it's just not me. Again, I'm just trying to give you the gist of something you guys could do. Just do it. Do it. That's it. I'm going to sign off now. Love you guys. Be kind to each other. Thank you for all the subscribers. You don't have to. Just try it. And as long as you guys tried it, I'm happy. To all those people that like to watch my video and laugh, go ahead. My brother. Go ahead. That's your priority. I don't judge. I don't care. I can still sleep at night. Okay? So, peace out, people. Until the next time, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. I got one more big job coming. It's going to be a big one. I'll tell you that later. But anyways, hopefully I can get some food videos in there in the meantime. Again, peace out. We'll talk to you soon. Ciao.